In this video, we're going to talk about how do we use ratio tables to organize equivalent ratios. So a ratio table is basically just a table like this, and we put our ratio in it and we multiply or divide our ratio and set up a bunch of equivalent ratios. So let's do a couple of examples to show this. So for example 1, if the ratio of cookies to children invited to a party is 8:4, use a ratio table to determine how many children were invited if there are 48 cookies. So we have our ratio 8:4, and I'm going to start by just multiplying both of these parts of my ratio by 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8. All right, and then I'm going to multiply it times 3. Both of those parts times 3 there. So 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12. Then I'm going to do times 4. So 8 times 4 is 32. 4 times 4 is 16. And then I'm going to multiply times 5. And I get 40. Multiply the 4 times 5 and get 20. Multiply 8 times 6 and I get 48. Multiply 4 times 6 and I get 24. So then I look and try to answer my question. So this asked how many children were invited if there were 48 cookies. So I look to my ratio table and I look on my cookies column here, or row, and I look and I see that 48's here. And so for 48 cookies, there are 24 children. So 24 children were invited. In this next example, it says if the ratio of sunny days to cloudy days is 15:12, how many cloudy days are there if there are 5 sunny days? In this case, we'll have to divide both of the numbers to determine our answer. And we're going to use a ratio table. So I'm going to fill in my ratio into my table. So the ratio of sunny days to cloudy days is 15:12. So that means that sunny days is 15, cloudy days is 12. So 15 is going to have to go in my top row here, and 12 is going to go in my bottom. Now, I'm actually going to need to divide my ratio to get down to 5 days. So I'm going to put my 15 and my 12 here so that I have room to divide down. Okay, so I put the 15 on the top and 12 on the bottom again because that's how my ratio is written. And now I'm going to divide both of these by 3. So I'm going to do 15 divided by 3 is 5. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And this answers my question. When there are 5 sunny days, there are 4 cloudy days. So in this case, we really only needed to go one step into our division here. But if we look at our next question, it says using the ratio table above, how many sunny days would there be if there were 48 cloudy days? Okay, so now we need to multiply to get to that answer. So I could start with my 5:4, or I could multiply my 12 times 2 and my 15 times 2. So I get 30 to 24, multiply times 3 times 3, and I get 45 to 36, multiply times 4, and I get 60 to 48 here. And I know that I'm done because I got 48 cloudy days, 60 sunny days. Okay. So those are ratio tables, and we can fill them out holistically like this. But sometimes what we'll also see, I'm going to do some erasing here. If it lets me, there we go. So sometimes our ratio tables will be partially filled in. So I'm just going to use this top ratio table to show us that. So So here I left a gap. And we can notice that we're really skip counting by 8s on the top and skip counting by 4s on the bottom. But one way to always fill in a ratio table is to find where the missing spot is, find the number that is paired up with the missing spot. And remember, equivalent ratios, you have to multiply by the same number. So I'm going to figure out what I have to multiply 8 times that starting ratio to get 32. And then I'm going to multiply 4 times that same number. So 8 times 4 is 32. So I also have to multiply 4 times 4. And I will get 16. So sometimes you'll have to fill in a missing piece to the ratio table. And that's where you have to figure out what did we multiply the number we know by, and we have to do the same thing to the other part of our ratio.